Hello students, in the last class we were studying the chapter banking, of which we have started the questions. Two questions we have solved, and then a few I had asked you to solve yourself the same, based on the same like pattern. Now hope you have done that. Okay, so let's now proceed to the next question, where it is given that Rekha opened a recurring deposit account for 20 months. Let's take down the data. For 20 months would mean that the value of n is equal to 20. The rate of interest is 9% per annum, which would mean that the value of r is given to be 9% per annum. Then next it is given that she receives rupees 441 as interest. Now see, this is a place where most of you confuse. You generally take it as a maturity value. This is not the maturity value given, but this is clearly written that this much is received as interest at the time of maturity. That means I is equal to rupees 441. Now find the amount Rekha deposited each month. Each month would mean that what is asked is the value of P is asked. Now you know the formula for I. What is the formula? I is equal to P into n plus 1 upon 2 into 12 into R by 100. Fine. Now let's put the values. So this will give, in place of I, 441. P is unknown, which is to be calculated, into n plus 1. N is 20 and n plus 1 will be 21 upon 2 into 12 into R, that is 9 upon 100. Fine. Now 20 will cancel this 5 times. Then 21 square is 441. So this will cancel it 21 times. Then next is 3 into 4. 3 into 3, then 3 will cancel this 7 times. Okay, so let's take down the remaining. So 7 into 2 into 4 into 5. This is the value of P. So let's multiply and check. That means P will be equal to 7 into 2 is 14 into 20. So that is 280. That means the value of P is equal to rupees 280. Okay children, hope you have completed that. Let's move on to the next question. That is question number 10. Where it is given, Mr. R.K. Nair gets rupees 6,455 at the end of 1 year. He is getting this much rupees. So that would mean that this is given as the maturity value. So maturity value is how much? 6,455. Okay, then next it is given at the end of 1 year. 1 year would mean 1 year. If you take the value of n, so you know that have to be multiplied by 1 into 12. So that means the value of n is equal to 12. Okay, now then next it is given at the rate of 14% per annum. 14% per annum would mean that R is given to be equal to 14% per annum. Then in a recurring deposit account, find the monthly installment. Monthly installment would mean that what is asked to be calculated is the value of P. That means how much money is he depositing each month. Okay. Now let us suppose that we take the value of P to be, or in other words, let's say that let P is equal to rupees X. Fine. Now you know the formula for interest, where I is equal to P into n plus 1 upon 2 into 12 into R by 100. Fine. Now this I, is it given to us? No. This is to be calculated, but we won't get its value directly. Rather, we would get its value in terms of X, because P is also unknown. Okay, so let's substitute. So in this case, I would be equal to P, that is X, into N, that is 12, n plus 1, that is 30, upon 2 into 12 into r, which is given to be 14 upon 100. Okay, so now let's cancel out the terms. So obviously 12 is cancelled, 2 will cancel it 7 times. Then we'll have 13 into 7, 91. So that means this will be equal to rupees 91x by 100. So this is the value of interest, that is I, in terms of x. Now next formula, you know, for maturity value is P into N plus I. Fine. So P into N plus I would give, in place of P, x, in place of N, 12, plus I, which we have just now calculated as 91x by 100, and maturity value is 6455. Fine. Now this will form a linear equation in x, giving you the, solving which you will get the value of x, which is the required monthly installment. Okay, so let's solve that. So this will give 6455 is equal to 100 will be the LCM, and so in the numerator what we will have, 12x into 100, that is 1200x plus 91x, or this would give 6455 is equal to 1291x upon 100, or this would give the value of x to be 6455 into 100 upon 1291. So now solve this. This will directly cancel 6455 5 times. Okay, you please do the calculations yourself and write. Simply copying the digits won't work. I have told you earlier also. So this will give the value of x to be equal to 5 into 100, that is equal to rupees 500. Please do the calculations and get it. Okay? Okay, fine. Okay children, let's now move on to the next question. That is question number 11, where it is given Samita has a recurring deposit account in a bank of rupees 2000 per month. Rupees 2000 per month, that means the value of P is given to be rupees 2000. Then next it is given at the rate of 10% per annum, that means R is equal to 10% per annum. Then next it is given if she gets rupees 83,100 at the time of maturity, that means the matured value is given to be rupees 83,100. Then you have to find the total time for which the account was held. Time for which the account was held would mean you are asked to calculate the value of N, that is for how many months was the account held. Okay, so let's start with that. The first, again the same way, you know that the formula of I is equal to P into N plus 1 upon 2 into 12 into R by 100. So let's substitute the values. So this will be equal to P, that is 2000, into N is asked, that is it is unknown, so N plus 1 upon 2 into 12 into R, that is 10 upon 100. Okay, so let's cancel out the zeros. Then 2 will cancel this 100 times. 4 into 3 and 4 into 25 is 100. That means this has given us the value of I to be equal to 25 into N plus 1, 25 into N plus 1 upon 3. So this is the value of I that we have got. Now this, she is getting 83,100. Now she is getting maturity value of 83,100. So we have the formula, maturity value is equal to P into N plus I. Let's substitute down. So in place of MV, we shall write 83,100 is equal to P into N. P is 2000. Okay, N is unknown. So 2000 into N will be written as 2000 N, fine, plus I. Plus I we have got as, now let's take this N inside the 25N inside the bracket and let it be multiplied, so that this can be written as 25N square plus 25N upon 3. Fine. Now this is a quadratic equation in N, solving which you will get two values of N. Okay, so let's now solve that. So take LCM. So this will give 3 will be, once we take LCM down here, 3 will be coming here and multiplied. So 0, 0, 3 into 1 is 3, 3 into 3 is 9, and 3 into 8 is 24. Okay, this is equal to 3 into 2, 6. That means 6,000 N plus 25N square plus 25N. Okay, now let's write this in a more simplified form. So this can be written as 25N square, 6,000 plus 25 is 6,025. So plus 6,025N. This term taken to the other side will be subtracted, minus 249,300. This is equal to 0. Now this equation, if you check, will be reduced by 25. Okay, so will be reduced by 25. So this will be N square plus 6025 will be cancelled 241 times. So 241N minus 9,972. Please do the calculations and write. You please cancel each of these by 25 and check if you are getting the numbers. Just don't copy that. Okay. Now you know how to solve this. In class 8 you must have learned splitting the middle term. Okay. So let's break the middle term in such a way such that the addition gives 241 and the multiplication gives minus 9972 N square. Okay, so please you check the calculation part. So when you break this, it will be N square plus 277N minus 36N, and then minus 9972 will be taken as it is equal to 0. From first two terms, N is common, so this will be N plus 277. Next two terms, we can take minus 36 common. So again this will be N plus 277. This is equal to 0. So which will give N plus 277 and N minus 36 is equal to 0. This will give two possible values of N, which is equal to minus 277 and 36. You know that since N is the number of months, so the negative value will be rejected, and so we'll have the value of N is equal to 36. Now remember that this value of N is in months, so this is equal to 36 months, and so the time period taken will be, that is time is equal to 3 years. This is what you were asked, either 36 months or 3 years. Okay. Of the exercise, let's take a few questions. There are not many questions in the chapter test. Let's discuss one or two of that. I find most of them are same as the ones we discussed in the exercise itself. Okay, so almost all are discussed. Anyways, let's take one or two questions from the chapter test. So from chapter test, let's take question number 2, where it is given, Ankita started paying rupees 400 per month in a 3-year recurring deposit. So there are two people. First is Ankita. So for Ankita, what is given? The data. She is depositing 400 per month. That means for Ankita, P is equal to rupees 400 in a 3-year recurring deposit. That means N will be equal to 3 into 12. That is equal to 36. After 6 months, her brother started paying rupees 500 per month in a 2.5-year recurring deposit. Okay, so after 3 years. Okay, so next let us take for Anshul. How much is he depositing per month? Rupees 500. Since he is taking 6 months later, that is 2.5 years, so 36 minus 6, that means for him the value of N will be 30. The bank paid 10% per annum simple interest for both. For both of them, the value of R is same, that is 10% per annum. Then you at maturity, who will get more money and by how much? So for both of them, you will have to calculate the matured value. Okay, so exactly same way, simply putting into the formula. So let's start with that. Let's first calculate for Ankita. Fine. For Ankita, we have I is equal to, I'm not writing the formula. You can know the formula yourself. Okay, P into N, that is 36, into N plus 1, that is 37, upon 2 into 12 into R by 100, that is 10 by 100. So you can solve this and check what is the value of N coming to be. 12 into 3, this 0 will be cancelled. 2 into 20, so that means 20 into 3 into 37. So calculate it. The value will be coming to be 2220. So this will be 2220. Fine. And so matured value for Ankita will be P into N plus I. That means 400 into 36 plus 2220. So that this will be equal to 14,400 rupees. 14,400 plus rupees 2,220. Take the sum. So for Ankita, we got the maturity value as rupees 16,620. Okay, so we have got the value for maturity value for Ankita. The same way, let's now calculate the maturity value for Anshul. Okay, so again, first calculating the interest, which is equal to P. For this person, P is 500. P into N is 30. N plus 1 is 31 upon 2 into 12 into R is same, that is 10 upon 100. So this is cancelled. Then cancel 2 into 6, 2 into 15. That's it. So for this we will be getting in decimal. Calculate and check. So this will be getting as rupees 1937.5. Please do the calculation and write. Do not take down the digits directly. Okay. Now let's take the next. You can cancel it further. Okay, I have not cancelled. 2 into 5 is 10. Then 3 into 2 is 6. 3 into 5 is 15, and so on. Then proceed with the calculation. Okay. So then maturity value. Maturity value is P into N. That is 500 into n, that is 30, plus I that we have just now calculated is rupees 1937.5. Okay, and so this will give 5 into 3, 15. So 15,000 plus 1937.5, that means the maturity value will come to be equal to rupees 16,937.5. Now this is not the only thing asked. So we have now calculated both the maturity values. So obviously we can see that whose maturity value is greater. It is greater for Anshul. Okay, that means we have got that the maturity value of Anshul is greater than that of Ankita. It is also asked by how much. So you simply take down the difference of the two. So then Anshul is greater by how much? So this is rupees 16,937.5 minus 16,620. So get the difference. This difference will come to be rupees 317.5. So this is one thing asked. Anshul maturity value is greater by rupees 317.5. Okay. Now, okay children, so here we complete with this chapter banking. Remaining questions of the chapter test, please try solving yourself, because all are exactly of the similar pattern as that we discussed in the exercise. Okay, so here we complete with this chapter. In the next lecture we'll meet with the upcoming chapters. Okay, thank you.